Increasing female participation at all levels means not only an increased diverse representation, but most importantly, increased inclusion.
Female participation in the real estate market is really still a problem, especially here in Brazil, where I'm working. We are a few women. But for me, sincerely, it is not so big a problem. I'm so strong and proud of what I'm doing that I forget I'm a woman. I'm a person working.
No doubt that representation is increasing. And with that, a hope for increased participation by women in real estate. We are more aware of our gaps, and certainly there's more belief in the strength that a diversity of perspective can bring to your performance in any given market, in any given industry. So I think we have an understanding of the why and the what when it comes to female participation, but there is still lots of work to do on the how and how we get there.
Women still do not occupy a considerable portion of leadership, especially in real estate. I think it depends on the fact that it was always many activities, but things are changing. And I hope it comes the moment that we stop speaking about men or women, we speak about persons.
It is important for women to have confidence, trust, and belief in themselves. It is about taking risks and remembering that success is on the other side of fear.
What can we do to improve the situation? What I'm doing here in Planet in Brazil, I am empowering women. I really believe in them. I work with them. I think that we have to grow together and they will be leaders everywhere, all over the world.
Raising awareness and acknowledging that there is a true opportunity waiting to be seized would be a first step. We will need leadership commitment and engagement to challenge the status quo and be intentional about making systematic and sustainable changes.
I do believe that we need to be more intentional in our approach if we hope to dismantle both behavioral and systemic barriers to leadership for women. Everyone needs to look at key entry points when it comes to leadership, so such as those critical business relationships, that rotation of job assignment and career development. It's not simply about the percentage of women in leadership, but how are we creating equity in those channels and entry points for diverse talent to rise up the ranks.
Unfortunately, at the beginning, but we have to start or nothing will happen. So, to empower, to believe, and to make things happen, and we'll have success.
I think we've still got a long way to go. But here in the UK, at Unibail-Rodamco Westfield, we're moving things forward in leaps and bounds. My leadership team is more female than male, and the general managers at Westfield London and Westfield Stratford City, the two biggest shopping centres in Europe, are both fantastically qualified female.
An example, here in Brazil, in Smart City Laguna, we are working with women entrepreneurs. Nice, she has got a beauty salon. She doesn't pay for rent. She's having a mentoring together with me, and now she's the first woman of her family with a shop. She's so proud of this, all her families.
And if we don't have a corporate culture, policies, and embrace diversity and inclusion, we are not going to adapt and thrive in today's world.
One action that I am deliberately focused on is advocating for diversity of perspective. When important decisions are being made, when important meetings are taking place, whose perspective are we missing? Assume that you are missing someone's perspective. And if all of our critical decision makers and leaders were to ask that question and take the time to examine whose perspective they're missing in the room, we would be in a much better position of inclusivity when it comes to women, and when it comes to other underrepresented perspectives in real estate.
Last year, I personally committed to being a catalyst for my organization in creating strategic objectives to help support the rise of diversity and women in leadership, rallying our ambassadors and champions for change. I've also actively been participating and creating a forum to exchange on best practices, providing spaces that are brave and courageous through meetings and creating opportunities for young females to rise up and build their confidence. It should not be about breaking the glass ceiling. It should be about removing the ceiling altogether and creating the opportunity.